Hello again, everyone. I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hogan Blake. Welcome to Two on the Aisle. Please like and subscribe to this channel.
And today we are going to talk about Hans Litten, the Jew who cross-examined Hitler. This is playing off Broadway. It is written by Douglas Lackey and directed by Alexander Harrington. It is, well, as the title suggests, a Jewish lawyer in Germany prior to Hitler's rise to power who cross-examines him at a trial when some of Hitler's brown shirts went into a dance hall and there was a fight and there was a court battle. He is a very argumentative person, very devoted, not necessarily likable, although we do come to sympathize with him. And when Hitler comes to power, one of the first things he does is Litten is arrested and taken into custody for his own safety. In fact, in real life, the play does not mention this. He did have to have a bodyguard prior to that. He is subsequently put into several concentration camps, tortured, and ultimately committed suicide. What makes the play so powerful and, I think, scary is that there are certain parallels that you can see that were happening back there that are happening, and I would say on a different level in this day and age.
Yes,
It's scary.
and we just learned, for example, that Putin's number one enemy, Mr. Navalny, the former journalist who died of a tree toad poisoning that was obviously commissioned by Herr Putin, if I may. And we have a few of these things going on today with our masked ICE militia. There are scary. Yes, scary is a very good word. Harrowing is another one. It was not pleasant to sit through, but necessary, I thought. And I think the young man who played the character did a very good job. Daniel Yayulo.
And he is the only performer in the play who plays one role. Everybody else plays a bunch of roles. There are other characters, notably his mother, Barbara McCullough, his law partner, David Stithan. Good performances, but not very developed characters. The first part of the play basically shows how he came into the law and how devoted he was to his clients, many of whom were communists. And the second part takes place in the concentration camps where his love of culture and music and poetry is soothing for the other prisoners. He himself was tortured.
It gives him his only reason to live. And he shares his love of Rilke and Mozart with them. The musical director, Jessica Crandall, did a very good job of bringing the music that he talks about into the scene changes. I'm going to talk a little bit about the production rather than what the play is about. The designer is an old friend of ours, Alex Rowe, who's the artistic director of the Metropolitan Playhouse. We did an interview with him, and he does a very workmanlike, very usable stage. It starts with 3 playing areas, and when the scene changes happen, and they're done by the other actors, suddenly there are 3 different playing areas, and it's a total of about 8 playing areas, done very, very nicely with musical interludes. And I thought one of the best parts for me was when he brought in Bertolt Brecht and Kurt Weill for a little interlude, and they go singing one of the songs from Threepenny Opera, and that's one of the songs that's used for scene changes as well. The use of music was very well done. There were several cabaret with a K songs from the period sung in German.
And there are also songs of freedom that are sung by the prisoners. One of them is in Yiddish, but it's how you can imprison me, you cannot imprison my thoughts. It's all very potent, as is the play, as is the evening. You're going to go out on the street and you're going to...
Yeah, and I had a difficult night that night after seeing it. Because so much is going on, what's going on in Minnesota with us right now is very scary and not that dissimilar from what was going on in the beer halls and whatnot in Germany before Hitler became the Fuhrer.
I wonder if we would have found the play as strong if it were shown, if it were done in a different time. It's very hard. It's very hard.
I agree with you. It's a perfect time for it.
I'm going to give it three and three quarters out of five. My wife would give it at least four. She was with me that night. Just for what it accomplishes and for the emotions that it stirs.
I would give the production and its values a four. And by the way, there are two stained glass windows that come together and form a swastika. That was very effective. I would give it, for the efficacy of the play, I would say three-ish.
And that is our show for today. When you go to the theater, look for Leslie and me, us too,
On the aisle.